is a very simple business. Okay, if your lifetime value of your customer, LTV, we call it, is more than your customer acquisition cost, then you have a business. If not, you don't. Do you understand what I mean? Means let's say you need to spend right 1 ringgit to actually acquire a customer, but this customer right continuously let you make more than 1 ringgit in 1 year time, over 2 years time, over 3 years time, right? You actually have a business. You cannot lose money. You cannot spend more money acquiring a customer than what is it worth for you. Okay, it's a simple concept. I think it's a powerful one, and you have to actually bear this in mind, especially when you want to advertise on Google or Facebook. Or if you overspend to acquire a customer, then eventually he didn't let you make much money. You will have a problem in scaling your business model. Okay, so any question on m-commerce thing so far? Simple, right? Just buy. Who doesn't know? Any? Huh? Let me go back to where I stopped. Okay. So for those who didn't attend one, I think I talked until here. Yep, this one I add on. Payment gateway. Okay. If you want to actually start an e-commerce site, obviously, this is probably the first thing, right, going to come into your mind. Which payment gateway should I apply? What should I use? What are the rate like? What are the terms and conditions? And my company, right, has only been just set up. Can I actually apply for one? All these kind of thing will come into your mind. But let me share with you some of the basic first. Basically, in Malaysian terms, right, your payment gateway, first thing, it has to be integrated to your website. And when I say to your website are mostly running on a shopping cart system. I'm not talking about a simple website. It has to have the system behind. And some of you might call it CMS or whatever, but more accurately, it's a web store system, it's a shopping cart system that actually integrates with the payment. If without the integration, customers, right, when they add to cart, and when they check out that time, right, they won't be able to, pay to you, right, directly online. I would say real-time online. So first thing, that payment has to happen. And second, in Malaysian context, right, after you integrated, most Malaysian, for credit card, Visa and Master. Okay, and most of the Malaysian payment gateway, it doesn't cover Amex. It only Visa and Master. Okay, and Malaysian payment gateway by default, they only support Ringgit Malaysia, right, as a base currency. If you want to accept US, UK, Singapore dollar because you want to explore selling overseas, you have to actually request, right, this additional currency from them. And secondly, the FPX. Once you support credit card, another one you support FPX means, right, you allow online bank transfer. I think majority of Malaysians, if they want to buy from you, they wouldn't have a problem paying you. Okay, so these two only, credit card part and the online bank transfer. And then this is what I share with you, right? Some of the basic. You use, most of you use either credit card or debit card, right? But you probably wouldn't realize this. Actually, in the industry, right, the transaction in general can be divided into two types. CPT is called card present transaction. Means you go over the counter, physical world, you take out your card. Of course, we used to swipe the card, right? Magnetic stripe. But now we're using the pin, chip and pin now, where you actually need to insert into the EMV machine and you need to key in your 6-digit, right, authorization code. Okay, this type of transaction, right, is belong to CPT. And normally CPT transaction, one thing you need to know only, they are much lower risk. Okay, much lower risk. And if there is any chargeback, I think Visa, Master, and the bank side, they will bear the liability. That's why normally if you open a physical shop, you realize one thing, your physical transaction charge, right, actually is, how come it's like way lower than online one? Because they belong to card present transaction. As far as the card issuer, the bank are concerned, lower risk. so they can pass on the saving to you. Okay, card present transaction. Another type is called CNPT. Same, the N stand for not, card not present transaction. Means you want to actually pay for something. In the early days, right, you might get some telemarketers who call you, try to sell you something, a product or services, and you say, how do I pay? By them, no online banking yet. But if you have a credit card, they can actually take your credit card number, the expiry date, your CVV code, your contact, I think your address. They can charge over the phone. So this is what we call card not present. Okay. Then after that, I think in Malaysia, a lot of telemarketer company abuse it. So banks stop it. And you want to apply for this kind of facility, actually will be harder already. And obviously, internet transaction, right, belong to card not present transaction. And you can see how it actually evolved. Because in the early 2000, before 3D PIN is a mandatory, what we call a 3D secure, when you buy something online, if I got your card, I can go online and buy one. Right? You remember? But now, can I do that? Why not? Why not? Yes, exactly. That's 3D secure. Okay? And this evolving from time to time. And with this, right, you have to put in a 6-digit code to actually confirm your transaction. And this actually make it lower risk. Means now, right, you cannot call the bank, right, say, hey, I don't know, my who and who, my son, go and take my card, go and buy something. You try to dispute it. No. Cannot be disputed. Unless the merchant actually, you buy something, you buy a t-shirt, they send you a dress. You can dispute. Things are not as delivered. If not, you cannot dispute, they say, not authorized transaction anymore. Can you understand? PayPal. PayPal one on which part?
Online transaction.
Yep. PayPal dispute. What kind of dispute you refer to?
Like what you say, somebody using card.
PayPal. Okay, I think good question. PayPal one, right? Depends on your card issuer. Because some card issuer, right? For example, I'm using Maybank card. I tie into my PayPal account. I actually call the bank, right? And I specifically allow for PayPal to actually charge my card. Their system, they will do this remark. But let's say if your bank don't block overseas transaction, okay? And for PayPal end, they are not 3D compliant fully yet on the US side because they have a large card base. So this 3D secure thing, the code one, every time you transact online, the 6-digit code sent to you one actually implemented in a smaller country like Malaysia. But so when they tie the card they charge to you, right, they actually don't need a 6-digit PIN transaction that tied to you. Can you understand what I said? Yeah. But you say can dispute or not, PayPal is always very pro-consumer. Very pro-consumer. And if let's say I use PayPal to pay you, and you send me something, I have a complaint, and you don't entertain me, I file a dispute to PayPal, and the chances is, right, your money will be whole and reversed back in PayPal account. That's something you need to take note, especially if you are selling overseas and you take PayPal as a payment option. And actually, it happened a few cases to some of our customers before also. Alright, even a fraudulent case. Take note. So, how to go about picking your payment gateway? Am I talking it as a very general? And first, obviously, you need to look at your target market. And I think in Malaysia one, obviously you want to be able to accept local currency, Ringgit Malaysia. And the payment gateway provider well known and perceived as trustworthy. For example, recently, right, on our Whitechapel end, we actually partner and start supporting Maybank to UPay. Okay, but here's the thing: if you want to sell and targeting, right, US customer, or let's say in customer in Philippines, will Maybank to UPay ring a bell? Right, US people don't even know about Maybank to UPay. So when they look at it, right, it doesn't incur a trustworthy, right, feeling that let them to actually transact with you, right, over the site. So it's important you actually work with the established player in the market. And the currency type, normally for whatever country you try to target, it's best to sell them in, if you target US, sell in USD. If you target UK, sell in GBP. Because consumers are normally more comfortable in paying their own currency type one, with the exception of USD. And I think because USD is an internationally accepted currency, and if you really want to sell overseas, you want to keep it simple, you probably should consider take one ringgit Malaysia, another USD, it will suffice. And the card type, of course, Malaysia is simple, Master or Visa, right? But if you want to target, let's say Japan, right, you might want to look for a provider that can able to support JCB card. Or you want to target US, apart from Visa, Master, I think Amex is important, and also they have Discovery card. So again, you have to understand the local consumers or what kind of card base, right? Some statistics they are having. And you can get the money into account. I think this is very, very important. Normally in Malaysia, when you subscribe for third-party payment gateway services like iPay, EJSL, MOL Pay, imagine the transaction happened this Monday until Sunday. They normally will do the remittance to you on the next Thursday or Friday. Okay, so that's about the time. It's not the next day. Take note, it's not the next day. So this is something you need to take into account. If you want the money to be remit fast directly to account one way you can actually work directly with the bank. Okay, but bank don't entertain you if you're a new business. They don't. Okay, so I think you have to have in operation for at least 2 years. And normally for bank, if you want to open a merchant account, they will expect, I think, about average minimum 30,000 transactions a month, ringgit Malaysia, or before they consider it a valid business case. That is why, because want to open up with bank, right, so much hassle, it actually open up opportunities for company like iPay to grow. Right? In fact, you go to news.aceinsider.my, I think we just published a PR piece by iPay. They claim 2017, they did about 6.6 billion transactions. Yeah, huge business, right? It's a volume one, and you don't volume, I don't think you can survive, because the margin is pretty tiny in terms of transaction. Right? So there's the timeline. You need to take your money and limit per account. So if you sell, let's say, high value item, expensive camera, and when you open a payment gateway account that time, right, normally they have a cap one. They cap you at 25,000. And you will sell maybe 5 to 10,000 a piece. You will find out after you sell 2 pieces, your payment gateway cannot go through already. So you need to find out, right, the limit they actually impose on your account. Especially in new company, this is part of the risk control. And settlement currency means after the money goes into account, and when it remit to you, right, what currency does it settle in? And for us Malaysians, I will assume you have a Malaysian account, it's important that it can settle in ringgit Malaysia. And when it comes to settlement, just like PayPal, right? Let's say you take PayPal, you take USD, and you have 1,000 USD in your PayPal account. When you convert over to ringgit Malaysia, the rate exchange, right, is actually quite expensive one. They actually make money from it. So you have to put that into calculation also when it comes to your product costing and pricing. Settlement currency will affect your margin one, okay, due to the currency conversion. So quick tip, if you want to sell international nowadays, pick a renowned payment gateway. For Malaysia, the easiest for you, seriously, PayPal. Just go to paypal.com, sign an account, verify your account, tie your bank account to it so that the money, right, can be readily remit to you, right, in ringgit Malaysia. Okay, that's the easiest. And secondly, for locally, if you target to sell to Malaysia only, you don't bother about international market. Okay, pick any of these payment gateway. I would say iPay, BoPay, EJSL, compare, and make sure your shopping cart already pre-integrated with it. Just start using it. Okay, and if you want to sell to both, apply for a multi-currency account as well. Or you can have a PayPal and have a local payment gateway, then it got you covered. Okay, that's simple. Don't have to actually think too much because nowadays it's not expensive to have all this. And these are the basic type feature of a payment gateway. Currency type you can support. Normally in Malaysia, ringgit Malaysia. Okay, card type Visa Master. And also reporting. When it comes to reporting, I think it's very important for some of you. Do make sure, right, the type of reporting you want, actually supported by a payment gateway, take a look at their backend, and whether they require additional merchant account or not. Okay, this depends on your type of business again. Okay, and do they have API? I would say most modern one, right? They will have all this covered already. If they don't, probably they shouldn't be in the business. Okay, and for some extra feature, recurring. What if you are selling something, right, that require renewal one? Okay, can the payment gateway actually support auto recurring charges? So do check with them how their mechanism of the recurring work. And a lot of time, their standard plan, right, doesn't support recurring or renewal plan one. You have to actually ask for a different type of product, like an add-on, to add on to your payment gateway feature you subscribe to. So these are some of the players. I would say these are more established one. Right, obviously, iPay, MoPay, EJShell, a lot of merchants are using either of these. And you have BillPlease. Any one of you heard of BillPlease? Or are selling and accepting BillPlease? No. Okay, if you today have a site, and if you want to save money on every transaction and letting customer pay you via online bank transfer, check out BillPlease. Their model is slightly different one. They are prepaid. You have to top up first. So like they are charging about RM1.50 per transaction, regardless of the amount that you are selling. Okay, so if you sell high value item and you are being charged percentage, this can save you quite a amount of money. And the good thing about them is, I think the interesting point is the money goes into an account, right, on the next day. Yeah, fully automated. Okay, so worth checking out, because this is one of the guys we actually partner with. And PayPal, obviously, easiest way if you want to accept multi-currency, as I said. And last but not the least, Maybank to UPay. Why Maybank to UPay? If you look at online bank transfer portion, right, Maybank itself has 3 million over internet bank users. Okay, Maybank to UPay will allow this 3 million over account, right, to easily make payment to you. That's the first thing. And second thing, Maybank is high trust in this country. And you don't need to know, every time I go ATM and queue, right, Maybank one queue have the longest queue one, every time. And I think the cost, this is currently the lowest cost one in the market. Every transaction, 50 cents. 50 cents. So want to find out more about this, just Google Maybank to UPay. Okay, can directly check out their website. And again, make sure whatever your website, e-commerce website provider is, right, make sure they are integrated with Maybank to UPay. They need to integrate it, and they have to run the test, right, to make sure it can accept the payment without a problem for you. So, any question on payment gateway? Any? No question, huh? So payment gateway, I think should be simple. And don't need to compare much. I think for payment gateway, right, just pick one local one, sign up PayPal, you are good to go. So next, okay, I'm going to teach you, right, let's say if you have not started your e-commerce yet, and now you're looking at starting it, okay? First thing, I think you gotta pick your niche, okay? And what does it mean pick your niche? I give you an example. If you go to Justco, you go to Tesco, you go to, let's say, Lazada, and you're trying to buy, let's say, coffee bean, okay? Coffee bean. And you go to, let's say, Justco, right? Coffee bean section, sell coffee one. How many brands you think you can get? How many? Normally? 10, 20, 30. I can assure you it's nothing more than 50 lah. Alright? But today niche means what? Let's say you want to sell online and you pick a product and you go deep and you pick coffee bean. And your proposition is, right, you have the best coffee bean all around the world and you have it on your store. And you carry about 1,000 different kind of beans. So will this something, right, Shopee lah, Lazada lah, or even Amazon, right, will want to actually compete with you? No. Niche. And you do it deep, means when you do deep, the content you write out about, you're all about coffee, you can straight away position yourself, right, as the #1 coffee bean shop in Malaysia that carry the most coffee bean from all over the country, from all over the world. Your positioning, you actually can have that. And keep it simple, means you need to get ready, obviously, your product picture, your product content. If writing is a problem, try to write in some point form, or don't overcomplicate it. And for whatever provider you are using, Webshaper, Shopify, blah blah blah, try not to touch the design thing. Meaning just use whatever design they have and properly put out your logo. Okay? And domain. Domain, if you're targeting Malaysia, you probably want to register a .com, .my or .my domain. You know why I say that? Anyone can tell me? Versus a .com? Trust, yes, definitely one thing. Yeah, you're right. What other than trust? So a .com, .my or .my will appear more trustworthy to Malaysian. Is it so? Do you all agree? Or you look at Malaysia, hey, I want international one. What kind of feeling then the domain will give you? So first, .com domain, right? They are already, I think, easily 1 to 200 million being registered all over the world. You want to get a good name, not easy. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, when you get a .com, .my or .my domain, when you go to Google, they have a country search, right? Google.com.my, for example. And when you search in Google.com and you search the same keyword in Google.com.my, right, you'll notice they actually return the result slightly different one. And you'll notice Google.com.my, on the first page, they will probably have some website with the .com.my or .my domain in it. You'll notice that. You don't have to believe what I say, go and try it yourself. So, when it comes to Google country search, right, they will prioritize the country domain one in their searches result. If they find similar quality of site, right, appear in local context or in the local servers, they will give priority to that. E-store platform, I think it's important you go with e-store platform that able to give you the feature that you want. Always compare, do your survey. And I think very importantly, you have to go for e-store platform, right, that can support multi-channel one. Before start this class, right, you set up a store. Once you're done with your first store, even you are totally new, you pick a marketplace, open an account, go and attend their class, and then start pushing your product to the marketplace. So that while you're learning how to build traffic for your own online store via social media, right, via Facebook marketing, etc., your product, right, get a chance to actually expose to millions of visitors, right, coming from the marketplace as well. So trust me, this will significantly increase, right, your chances of getting sales. We have tried it, so we know that it works. And then you sign up a PayPal plus a local payment gateway. As I mentioned just now, no brainer. Just do it. Upload 50 to 100 product. This is just as a guideline. Okay. Why I tell you this? I used to have a customer. They have about 10,000 products, and every product need to do photo shooting, need to write content. Wow, you think about it. You know how much time it will need. So he actually have a few people doing it, and he tell his team, right, okay, I don't care, all these product picture content has to be ready. If not, I won't launch my online store. But you know what? I think they do it like 3-4 months later, the whole team quit already. Yeah, and I don't want the same thing to happen to you, because right, it can be very demotivating. Your team need to see progress. Okay. And if you have 10,000 products, this is what I will do. I will tell my team, right, you probably upload 5 to 10% of my total product offering first. And then what's more important is, out of this 5 to 10% of product, do I have a sales proposition, right, means promotion for my type of product or not? Remember, when you open a physical store, you also do physical store opening and you run promo to attract people to come to your store, right? So why online store you didn't do it? So important as well. You don't just treat it as a catalog. And I guarantee you, consumer won't buy because we want deal, right? And make sure, right, you give them some very good deal. And e-commerce money is made on next purchase, or when they come back again. Okay, remember that. Huh? And then obviously you have to test. Okay, you have to test with your social media marketing strategy. You have to test with your Facebook ad whether you install the Facebook pixel correctly or not. You have to start tracking, right, the conversion rate. You have to test your promo whether it's not working or not. And remember the launching promo I just mentioned? You have to have it, right? Even you open a physical store, you need to have this. And then you encourage review, encourage customer to leave good review if they like about your product or stuff. Encourage them to share it, or try to bribe them, right, with some Starbucks card or whatever. You do whatever it takes, to let the thing, right, spread via word of mouth in a genuine way, obviously. Don't too hard sell. So pick your niche. I roughly talk about. I just want to show you some example. This is big. Okay, you probably haven't seen this, but you probably heard of this company called Zappos.com. They actually bought by Amazon already. They used to be the world's largest shoe seller, world largest. And how big? This one. This is their warehouse. About 14 football field. And this is only one of their warehouse, right? And don't be surprised, you're seeing all these super sized kind of warehouse, right, being built. In fact, as we speak, right, DFDZ, you know about it, they're going to occupy the whole LCCT2. Sorry, not LCCT2, the old, LCCT2, right? The old LCCT, right? Now it's being turned into a warehouse for digital free trade zone one. And they do about, I think years back, they do about more than 1 billion sales in terms of shoes. 1 billion USD. And the way they do fulfillment, pick and pack, you probably have seen some of the robot videos, right, floating around. They use robot to do, not pick and pick yet, but to deliver the product that picker's supposed to pick, right? So you don't have to run around. And as they send the product, right, where the product rack is, as they send the product rack or where the product the picker had to pick to the picker, they also do auto sorting. So what is auto sorting? Because the warehouse is so big, right? And those products that sell fast, sell well, the robot will automatically place it nearer to the picker. So the next round, when they want to go and move the rack to the picker, they can do it in shorter time. And these are all the videos you try to Google around. This is not the future. This is already happening. Okay, this is not the future. This is already happening. And these are all needed, right, to handle the growth, right, the fast growing in online shopping, happening all around the world. So, can you beat the big one? So obviously it's not easy. I mean, today's, right, you want to, even I quoted a marketplace example, you want to fight them, right, if you don't have the money, you won't stand a chance, okay? And just now I mentioned about Coffee Bean, right? This is another example so that you can remember. If today I want to sell fashion, I won't open up Pudong or whatever to compete with others. This is what I would do. I sell only men's clothing and underwear only, and only G-string or T-bag, and I carry few thousand selection. So when people ask me what I do, right, I carry the largest selection of G-string, right, for men's one in Malaysia. You want to buy underwear for your husband, boyfriend, everything, you think of me. Then I will win. Seriously, I will stand a much better chance to win. In my life, I did crazy, the stupid ideas, but I hope you remember what do I mean by niche. Coffee Bean example, told you about. And this is the founder of Zappos. Not I say one, say by him one, actually what it takes, right, to win in e-commerce. Don't compete on price. Can or not, Rachel? Who laugh? So it's not easy. Normally when you don't compete on price, right, you have to have some other value. Later we'll talk about what are the potential value that you can deliver to the customer apart from pricing alone. and provide excellent customer service. So, we all buy online before, right? May I know, right? From you as a consumer, how would you define an excellent customer service experience? Can anyone tell me? There's no right or wrong answer for you personally. Huh? Fast delivery, okay. What else? Excellent customer service. Sorry? Follow up. Whether you have received the good or not. Okay. That's not easy to do, but I think a good point. Feel like they care about you, right? What else? Extra effort. A gift. Okay. So there's a gift to bribe you, right? But you don't actually feel the service part, right? Okay. What else? So think about it. What is actually excellent customer service? And I believe most of the sellers, right, would agree. I think when they ask you any question, you reply fast. Okay? That means that you actually have to dedicate a personnel, a full-time people to go and do that. And why am I telling you this? Because a lot of time, if you're already selling things, you have a physical shop. When you want to do online, right? I noticed a lot of traditional brick and mortar, they don't dedicate full-time staff and resources to it. And it will be very hard for you. Because when customers come and ask you things, right, they expect almost an instant reply. Or that's consumer. And another thing you probably will get asked a lot when you do online selling is, where's my parcel, where's my parcel? And depends on what you sell. I think some of the merchants, they will have 30 to 40% of their email inquiry, right, are asking about where is their parcel. So you have to think of a systematic way to actually resolve this. For example, you can automatically send them a link or push an update to them. I think you will get all these unnecessary call cut down. Then can provide fast and prompt delivery. And customer service is an investment. This part is not easy if you sell products, right, of too low a margin. We can't exactly copy it all. Because on Zappos alone, right, in the US, they are legendary for customer service one. When you call them, right, their customer service team, they don't have a timer there saying how fast they should resolve any phone call, any case one. They can chit chat with you. And I think one of the legendary story is one of the customer service guy, don't know guy or girl, actually chat with the customer for 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours. And they didn't stop him. They just fired him. No, kidding, huh? But this kind of thing will be allowed here. I doubt so. Probably our culture, our way of living wouldn't allow that. And also, why they say customer service and investment, let me share with you to what extent, right, they go about. When you buy shoes, right, you can order a few pairs from them. They send to you, you test, then you send back. And they actually pay for the return shipping. And they do this 365 days, right, of return policy. Means after you buy, imagine the whole year, right? You're not happy, you can return. Who dare to do this here? Huh? You dare to do this, you try to raise a single cent from the investor and see they give you or not. So this kind of thing, you have to look at locality, whether it's a pragmatic thing to do it here or not. We cannot just copy puta or blindly. And start small, stay focused, just like what I mentioned to you, try to dominate a niche. Even the biggest guy, right, coming from selling something very humbling one. Amazon, you know, start from selling books, right? JD.com, I think one of the competitors, right, for China, Alibaba, the second largest e-commerce player. You know what they started off? By selling what in online? Anyone can tell me? JD.com. Any idea? Amazon start with book. Nowadays, you probably don't use this product anymore. They start by selling blank CD. Yeah, JD.com. Until super big nowadays. So start small. Just start. That's the key. Don't worry about competitor. This is very true, and not just on e-commerce only. Remember, your competitor don't pay you a single cent. Okay, they want you to die. And you should focus 100% on your customers only. They are the one that pay you. They are the one that you should listen to. And this applies to every single business. And don't forget to have fun. And I think when you make money and a lot of money, you have a lot of fun. That's the wisdom. And I think out of all that he shared, right, I think this is the most critical thing, the most important one. They say the e-commerce business is built on repeat customer. Okay? Repeat customer. No. And I believe every business, when you actually start selling something, you don't want the customer just buy from you one time, right? Hopefully the customer buy more frequently from you, and every time they actually buy more. Okay? That's what every business wants. And that's where, right, you can enjoy, right, not just organic growth, probably tremendous growth over the years, if you actually do it right. And so remember, you starting right that time, the key is to grow your customer base first. You actually have to invest. Don't think about straight away make money from day one. And I'm serious about it. Just imagine, right, this is told by my customer, the Circuit Fresh director. He told me, he said, Adrian, how is it possible, right, first day straight away make money? Imagine even Nestle. Nestle now is trying to actually penetrate Cambodia. Right? They want to introduce the chocolate drink Milo there. Now they're losing money. And a lot of it because they do a lot of sampling. They hire a lot of promoters, right? Go onto the ground. Right? They give incentive, discount, right? To penetrate the channel. All this require money. Why? Hope that one day they'll capture, right, the consumers that continuously drink Milo. And as evidence, once they do that, profit and money will follow. Repeat customer. And these are the value. It's easy to talk about, don't compete on price, don't compete on price. So what does it mean by don't compete on price? Obviously, you need to carry other value. And I think this is very important. You need to think hard about it. Okay? Today, what kind of value, right, you deliver to the consumers when you want to do an online store or when you want to start an e-commerce venture? So the first thing, are you about always low price? Means people come to your website, they buy things from you, they'll think about, low price, very cheap. And a good example of this is 99 Speed Mart, right? And 99 Speed Mart, what's the slogan? Anyone? Near and cheap. Dekat lagi murah, right? So this is their value, and they only deliver on this value only. And they have become, right, Malaysia's largest grocery chain store. Okay? So remember, these two values, they managed to do, they grow this big. Now, in fact, if you want to actually put a new SKU, right, into the 99 Speed Mart store, each of them will cost you 50 ringgit per shop. When you want to introduce a new SKU. So you want to introduce SKU, it will cost you almost 100,000, right, to key into that system only. Okay? So they are the one of few that are capable to do that. And always low price almost always means, right, your sourcing, you have a very competitive edge in your sourcing and you have volume. So it's not, this kind of thing is not everyone can do one. You have to think. And are you about hard to get? Meaning, let's say iPhone X now come, you are one of the few Malaysian guys that actually have stock one. Okay? And other people don't have stock. You definitely have sales. You don't even need a website to have sales. People will find you. Okay? People will contact you. So is it about hard to get stuff that you are selling? Is it about wider selection, assortment? And you have to think hard, right? The wider selection just now I talked about. It can be a wider selection for a niche category. Right? Remember the coffee bean? You only target on coffee bean and you have the wider selection only, you might stand a chance. But you try to do a wider selection all over the category, then can you beat marketplace, right, in the things that they are doing? It's hard. Not to say you cannot. It's very difficult. Then are you about exclusivity? Means for whatever that you do, the product, right, is exclusive to your site, to your channel already. So this will have the ability, again, either sourcing or your manufacturer or brand, you produce something that only sell at this particular channel. Then you can probably control that. Then are you about expertise? A good example will be, let's say you sell this earphone headset, right? you position yourself as the audio expert, and you're able to actually advise and put up all the contents, right, that properly advise your customers on which kind of product they should buy or they shouldn't. So expertise in terms of one area only, and obviously you need to build content around it. So are you about design? So meaning everything you sell, your stores, right, there are design elements in it, right, so that it actually look different, right, it look modern, right, from your competitor offering. And are you about fast shipping? Just now I mentioned about good customer, excellent customer service, about fast shipping, right? And can you do this consistently? Means your operation, right, have to be able to cope with it. And are you about genuine product? Genuine products is something I think of a value to a lot of consumers. Today, you go to marketplace and buy things. One of the things you feel is what? Fake. In fact, right, Taobao.com are filled with so many fake products until Alibaba, right, have to come up with Tmall.com to actually counter it. Do you know that? Because they cannot, like, wow, so many of them already, there's no way they can cope because it's a C2C. C2C means every consumer, right, can upload product there and sell. Okay, and it's free. But what Tmall do is they start to set up a high barrier bar. Oh, before you go, you either have a brand owner, you have a manufacturer that own the brand, you are the distributor and sole distributor, you have to provide all the documentation. You will need to pay a fee, right, of, they call it something like a guarantee fee in case of consumer complaint or what, they will actually take the money out and actually make the payment, right, to the consumer itself. So we set up a high barrier, right, for you to go through. And that's why they dare to guarantee you, right, genuine product, 100%. They have to do all this, right, upfront first. And are you about everyday reliability? Oh, this everyday reliability, right, is a very interesting thing because once you're able to do that, and you are in certain category like grocery, right, things will change. And for those who attended my class last week, right, we talked about Hema, right? You recall Hema? Hema, let me see whether I can go to. Yeah, it's Hema. Everyday reliability. I use the example. So this Hema, in case you don't know, right? Alibaba invested in this. They have about 20 over shop in China now. I think this is one of the Shanghai shop, if not mistaken. And what they are trying to do is, right, inside the store, they sell fresh food. Okay, all grocery only. And they have 5,000 SKU. But they try to get you, people go to the shop, want to shop online. They online, they have more choice. They have about 30,000 SKU. Okay, 25,000 more than their shop. And one thing they promise, and they actually intend to serve, right, customer, right, in the 3-kilometer radius only. Means their shop is here, 3 kilometers all around, they target to serve you only. 3 kilometers more, no, you are not their targeted client. And they want you to be able to buy, and then within 30 minutes, the product, whatever you buy, even fresh crab like this, they can send to your house. Okay? And imagine for a second, if they can successfully do this in a very reliable way. Means when you order that time, you no longer worry that whether they're able to deliver it to you in 30 minutes. You no longer have this concern because they never fail you. It's a very hard thing to do. Then, do you even need a refrigerator anymore? Yeah. And this is what China people is thinking. Some of them, do I need a refrigerator anymore? Since, right, you know, China houses, right, their price is crazy also. In Shenzhen, all this kind of place. Then space, right, will become very, very valuable. You can skip back to the value, please. Think about it, the everyday reliability one. So is it about no fast return? Mean wherever they return something, you know, complete one, you just process for them, right? And how about best customer service? Just now we talk about best customer service, fast reply, right? Basically, right, I think if you give them no fast return, if they have any complaint, it's part of the actually good customer service also. But customization, okay, a good example will be some jewelry website or some website that offer, let's say, shoes that can let you select the materials that actually goes into the shoes, and jewelry one, a good example will be they let you select the necklace and the type of pendant, the kind of gems that you actually want on it. This will be the customization side. And you want to look at customization in Malaysia one, I think good example will be the website christian.com, where you can actually customize your shoes from the website. You actually need to spend money building up the site. And is it about free shipping? Let's face it, shipping is really never free, right? You have to pay for it. No matter how you complain also, you still need them more than they need you, right, for shipping. So are you about free shipping? People come to our website, they whatever they buy, they expect free shipping. Just now there's one guy say you have AliExpress in your phone, right? So whatever we buy, free shipping to Malaysia. But do you know that if you're in Hong Kong, right, this doesn't apply to you? So it depends on your country one. Obviously, I think China, via AliExpress sending out the stuff, right, are subsidized, especially to Malaysia. That's why they can give us free shipping. And is it about safety? Means a good example would be baby category, right? If you sell baby toys, whatever, one of the things I think parents concerned about, right, are the material used, are the paint used on these toys, right? Are they safe? Right? Are they even safe for kids? So there are businesses, right, that build on safety value and it become big one. So these are the list of the a lot of values, right, that you can think of. It can be one or two combined or even more. But you really need to get it right. And remember, the best example I can give you that you can feel it one, you look at 99 Speedmart will do already. Although they don't do any e-commerce now, but they are a good example of what two value combined, it can be $1 billion business. Near and safe. Okay? So again, back to here, how to start. For those who not start, okay, this is one of my idol. He's a CEO, right, of PC Home. They are actually the largest retailer in Taiwan. And just to let you know how big they are, their sales is as big as Justgo Malaysia from one website. Okay, and they carry about I think should be 1.8 to 2 million SKU now in their warehouse. And he actually came to Malaysia and shared before. I listened to his talk a couple of times. And he actually mentioned this very good one. If you just like what I covered last week, what's the advantage of building your own branded store? You have your own customer database, right? And one day, when you want to sell your site that time, it will worth a lot more money. You can tell investors, right, you have 50,000 customers and you have 100,000 right, orders caught inside. Okay, and you rank, right, let's say for baby toys on the first page of Google. Obviously, this will actually get you more money. Okay, and once you find the right model, grow it. Means I think for him, it's important for you to show month-to-month growth, year-to-year growth. Okay, you have to actually chart out the cost. And let's look at what online buyers want. You are online buyers yourself. I think you want nowadays stock. Okay, and when people buy things, right, they expect you to have stock. I actually purchased something from Walmart.com recently. They claim they have stock. Okay, and after I purchased it, they canceled my order because no stock. I was damn pissed off. Seriously, I'm still finding a way to contact them, right, and lash out my frustration. No stock. Remember, people expect you to have stock. If you mention you have stock, after they pay for it, you tell them something, you cancel their order, you have a problem. Okay, and easily pay for it. Malaysian one, remember, you will accept credit card, you will accept online bank transfer. I don't think Malaysia will have a problem paying for you, and I don't see payment gateway as a problem anymore in doing e-commerce. It's quite mature, quite surprising. Surprises, good one, means you promise 5 days delivery, but it reaches him or her right in the next day. Okay, speedy delivery. Okay, one of it. And good customer service. Again, come back to this point. What is a good customer service? How do you make your customer, right, feel that you are friendly, you are a good guy, then they should buy more from you. Buy one free two. Yeah? You forgot just now the advice by the master. Don't compete on price. Buy one free two, you try to kill yourself and try to kill other people. So what is a good customer service? The answer already lies on the screen. Yeah. This one. You use this every day on your WhatsApp, right? Who doesn't? Who doesn't use? Who never use emoji? You never use emoji on your soul out, you shouldn't do e-commerce. Go back to your cave. So, this is not I say one, by the way. This is what say by the merchant and the successful merchant one. He told me, right, he used this a lot when communicating with customer online. Every time customer asks them, they reply, they'll put an emoji. Then customer feel that they are more friendlier than others. Then they buy more from them. So now I reveal a secret to you. Don't just use it on your phone when talking to a friend. Customers are also effective one. Use the right emoji and you will get more sales. Take note, it's real one. You think about it, because they cannot see you. You don't talk to them, they don't see your body language. What they see? They see emoji. Your girlfriend, boyfriend talk also emoji, then they don't smile at you, then you'll be shocked the whole day. All caused by emoji. Okay? Then, product again, sourcing is always an edge. And your product, right, must have USP. I quoted this example, it's from a Taiwan merchant one. They were very successful in selling their dry meat product online. Okay, so how do they differentiate themselves from a brick and mortar dry meat shop? These are the few things they actually did. So obviously they differentiate out from the way their product is cut, special shape, cut like a chopstick. They're the first one to do it. Okay. Then nitrogen packaging. Okay, these are nothing new, but remember, if you don't tell, your customer don't know. You have to claim it. You have to say you have all this, right? And you see no preservative, a lot of products also claim. But what really special is this? Free wet tissue. Have you buy any product that give you free wet tissue one? Food product. Why they give free wet tissue? And this actually set them apart. Okay, imagine they try to imagine this scenario. So you buy something from them, makan one, deliver to you. Wow, you look at this juicy dry meat you want to eat already, right? You open it up, you put it in your mouth, and then your hand get oily. Can you actually easily wipe out the oil using dry tissue? No. But wet tissue, it works. So, they go all out until they try to figure out, right, how are you going to consume their products when it reaches you, right? And this has become the talk of the town because of the way they are doing things. So every package you buy from them, they will give you a free wet tissue. Just now you mentioned some free gift is an excellent customer service. This one free gift is wet tissue. So it makes you feel warm. You care about how they actually consume your product. It gives them actually good experience, right? They don't wet tissue. I don't think anyone just carry around wet tissue, right? Girls probably, but I don't see guys carrying around wet tissue. Definitely not. So customer experience. And then on your product page, there's a few pointers. Whenever possible, try to put up more than one product pictures. Okay, if you are selling suitcase, right, traveling case, apart from the outside, the 360-degree view, people actually want to know, right, how many pockets is inside. So you have to shoot a picture. And if possible, some clothing side, they zoom in into the material. So pictures help a lot. Sell the benefit, okay, stock availability, you gotta properly show it. And top reason to buy from you. And how many pieces you have left, exclusivity, right? This especially works for people selling like watches. They'll tell you, right, this numbering, they'll produce 300 pieces, so many things like that. And whatever videos that have user guide, how to use your product, they have user review, put up on it, okay? And if you want to know how to do a proper product page, go to Taobao, Tmall, right? Just look at how people write. Copy their style. Okay, there's no shame in it because it works. And there's a saying that in average, their product page, right, is about 6 meters long. Do you go and measure it? 6 meters long. Blah, 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 blah. They'll tell you the award they win, they'll show you the factory that manufacture it. They do 6 meters long and they're selling you a pair of shorts, not more than 10 renminbi. Yep. They'll go to this length. Okay? And this is actually what it takes to win. And common mistake, okay? This is very important. Build and customer will come, will never ever happen. Okay? You can forget about it. If you don't advertise, you are totally new, your brand unheard of, you will get 0 sales, and I guarantee you. With one exception. If you already have physical shop, even in one shop, even if it's a small shop, and you survive for 2 years, 3 years, you will have a customer base. And when you do online, you just market to your existing customer base, you will have sales. And this is, I can be 100% certain also, from the list of customers that I serve. Try to be perfect, there's no perfect site. Remember, you cannot be pixel perfect. I recommend you to start with whatever design that you have from your providers, equip it with all the SKU, make sure people can properly check out from your site with sales proposition. And the design, any enhancement on design, want to make it look better, you can do it as you launch already. Okay? Customer wouldn't mind about it much, right? Alright, so the key is the time to market has to be fast. And traffic is not free, or you're getting more and more expensive over time. Okay, you will see now our traffic count, even when you want to do ad in Malaysia, you probably have Google AdWords or Facebook ad. And these two, right, as more people come into a market, you will beat up the price of the ad inventory. This one thing for sure. And product sourcing is not important, that's totally wrong. Because product sourcing, as I mentioned, is always an edge. If you are the only one have this unique product, you will win. You will always win. Okay? And no opening promo, no value. These are the common one. I see, especially those who are doing retail already. They just treat it as a catalog. Just put out all the product. Then people look at the website, price everything the same. Then why should people go and bother to buy online? So there's no value, right, for them, right, to actually hand over their data to you, right? Pay you online and get it delivered to the store. So you have to run promo. And remember, the money is made on repeat customer. You want them to come back. So that's all I want to wrap up here. I think the timing. And since Jack Ma nowadays very famous, and he's a buddy of our Prime Minister. Yeah, very good buddy now. Then he also say, forget about your competitor, just focus on your customer. This is one of the last things I want to leave you with. So, okay, I think Q&A time, if anything at all. I will share with you whatever I know. If I don't know, I say I don't know. Yeah. You have time.